Mwancho murigeria Chinsa ni Isato chiabono botu kwa sentunde na ntokomera na sembe wasekerenga yo komanyanga rekoba gagwateka kurwa ketego ikera chinga kibunechi engaki omuraibwense Daktari William Ruto agendrete kobaga ukwana amone chinyomba choboralia igoro yobokoreri bwa serikali ya Kenya kwanza omorobilio ogendrete ase nyumba Yobogambi ya State House asanyale kwa kukwanira amange igore bitambo kera serikali ya Kenya kwanza yanyale kwa koira ilio kwene kibuna nyale kwa wikirania echira chia magendo nengwana igendere tali kwa ndogo chutalia vera tatu ayanyale kwa kukwanira marogoba ya bono kukwalika nyale kwa kusanga amona inte kuna nande asege kakitali getambi nyale kwa etoko manyanya monae. Na kwariganira senchira yobo ikiranu tonyare ko batogosanga amonaye kuri muchakano wikera omwelyo inyora boigo naboko yabwatia Amayia yagwetera semitandao yote ya Facebook Ndizi TV News Digital wetera YouTube Ndizi TV News na bwetera si website ya www.ndizitv.net lindo nyale koba ukwemanya ulito kubatana naera gwetera se kwene kiabuna chibi chamanelio kichago chira senchire boikiranu nigakoboro kwa abigali nyancha military ngoro kwa Josephat Amisi na kwa nyale koba itogosanga amona ikuru muchakana goikera omwelio engaki omuraibwense Daktari William Ruto agenda tokoba kubatuka enkwana yaye gosiyo bokoreri bwa serikali ya Kenya kwanza gochia ase abakenya gwetera ase chinyomba choboralia okwana ase nyumba iyo yobugambi ya State House nigo Ruto anyare kwa kwegerera omurobelio bw'ubwaga chigwe chinyumba chirigori like asate bire nigo eserikali gwetera ase ababunge yenyate ko bage koarigania omurobelio bwo kubwatoka ebirengereryo kurwase abakenya igoro naki omurobelio rachikoba korekana nabo igo chinchira icho kiranyare ko chigo chigusira omurobelio gati yabo enchera abakenya barachikoba bakuburwa ebango elindo omurobelio ochikonyara kobago kubasira boigo Ruto nigatabire niga serikali anyale kobeka emerobeli anene gochia sekerengo yokonyora ase abakenya sigati nyombe icho kirachikoba chikwene kangachia kaneirwe amona balia bakwenyorerengeria ase ligo se ase chibesa chingena boigo bali baigatwa na boigo barachie balie baguchikoba bakwenyorera nyombe icho kubwatikana ne ligori liria liekerengo lie chibesa chigoro echibagendete koba bako butorwa kurwa ase ngeria yabo ya kiraritu kono yego gendrete asebo igo agende tuko kwanira amangana kurendeli tangane pitoranyara ko batukurigire ngwana ya William Ruto igoro yomorobelio oyubwaga chibe chinyumba chirigolirike.
There is a principle in Kenya today called public participation. It went to public participation. And Parliament, when coming from public participation, came and said it should instead be a levy, right? Mm. And as president, if the people said they wanted this changed into a different way of doing it, I agreed that okay, let's go this way. But what did I do to make sure that it captures everybody? We changed the design of the whole delivery of the housing so that now we have social housing for the people at the bottom of the pyramid. We'll pay 4,000 or 5,000 shillings and get a house. We have affordable housing for people in the middle who will pay between 5,000 and 15,000 every month. But we have also included 30% of all the units to include the people who largely are the contributors. You know, the people who are the biggest contributors, the people in the middle class, who will pay now between 15,000 and 30,000. So we have made everybody a beneficiary, you know, in the chain, again, to mitigate against what you're saying. And what have we done? Mortgage today is around 17%. What we have done is that we have now reduced the mortgage We are using the fund to mitigate the mortgage that you pay. And it is now gazetted that the people who will buy social houses, their mortgage will be at 3%. The people who will buy affordable houses, their mortgage will be at 6%. And the people who will be buying the market houses, we will reduce their mortgage by half. Even you, instead of paying 18%, you will now have an opportunity to pay at 7%. So that way, we have carried everybody, making sure that everybody who is paying has a chance to own a house.
Yonero enkwana yaye umurai bwense William Ruto korengana anene na ngeria eyo ekobwato kwa gochia asogosira obwagachi anene bwechinyumba chiri goriri kento gendera kobato kubwateria engwana eyo ya bene yaye umurai bwense anene boigo gati ya mangana nyare kobago kwanera ni goro boigo kwegerera omoroberio olibo kwena na obobwenia gochia ase abakenya bonsi oyora chikobo gosirwa neke gancha keria kia NHIF gosomoroberio korokunga universal health system ose health care oyora chikobo kwena kebuna kera omokenya nyare kobaga kwerikia ilio kwenyorera omoroberio bobobwenia gwetera ase ekegancha keria kia NHIF ndogenda kobato kubatire ngwane yo yaye omrai bwense chinga kitogendete amo Namaya tokore na Amayia County ya Kisii baronigo ekiombe kia Rotary Club International gegendreta mono morobiribo kwene kiabu na kianyale kobage gosira abamenyi be county ya Kisii elio kwenyorera amache asenchera yobwororo gati meroberio ekiombe kianyale kobage gokora no kwene kinga kianyale kobage gochaka oburemi bwebisima elio abamenyi abanyara koba kwenyorera amache amarabu asechinga chiabo litogolya lero nige kiombe kianyale kobage gochaka bene morobere bokorema egasima ase echiro ya magena ime constituency ya bomachoge borabu elio gesimekera chikobe kwenenge giasirire abamenyi gwetania chimisano nemo eliba chikoba bakwenyorera umoroberio oyo bwa mache.
Tulipewa fedha na Rotary Club of Litchfield kule Marekani ili tuweze kufanya reticulation ya maji hapa Riongeti. Tulieka borehole mwaka uliopita na tumeona wakazi wanatembea mbali kupata maji. Kwa hivyo sasa tumejenga water kiosks 3 hapa MSR, Riongeti na Nyamesaro. Wiki ijayo tutaweza kuweka hizo ATMs ili wanafunzi wakija shule Januari wanaweza kuchota maji hapo kwa shule bila kwenda mtoni. Leo tumekuja na wenzangu kutoka waziri wa maji hapa Kisii County na tumepata usaidizi sana kutoka Gavanarati na tumeshukuru sana kwa wakazi wa Riongeti kutukaribisha ili tuweze kumaliza msaada pamoja.
Kurua maji ya soete kiro muntu gagogete amaji kiro aba oyore kunyara mbabegete pakemechi yabo abali batali kunyara nabo bagocha babuchaga kero rajire ga igantu bwate DM kero muntu nabwate gya koigore ebiguyu byatagete nabagoigora nando wakana lakini bono mune mbulere iga muntu tayogocha paka kanande esire amaja ali babegete chitangia era bamenye gocha kubucha.
Mwancho morigereria nero mokonyi bumurai bwense rigathigashagwa nigo anyaleko bakwenekeria abamenyi kurwa asorogongo rwa bokamba bune serikali ya Kenya Kwanza ncherere kwe ikirania echira chia magendero hi anyalete ko bage kubalira chinga kiche campaign okwana ase omuyega bwa masabo ase kanisa ya AIC ime ya Zombe town ime ya ebunge ya Kitui East nigo boigo gashagwa anyalete ko gako oburia abamenyi abukurwa asorogongoruo banyarako bagusira obokoreri bwa serikali buna ekerenga gyo gwikirania amagendro yechira chingaki echecho boigo nigo agendra koba gakomochia obomubuli bwazimio asokogendra kugikirio obokoreri bwa serikali anene asorogongo oruo ruabo kamba ororokanete rogenda takoba rugusira obomubulia bwazimio
kwa sababu shida yenu ni maji. Kewo, si ndio? Kewo, si ndio shida yenu? Ndani ya hiyo damu 3, your problems are sorted. Forever. Na nyinyi uzuri wenu ni watu ya bidii. rotuba ni nzuri, the climate is good because mea nataka hot and wet. Sasa hiyo wet is what we want to address na those dams. Sisi tutangangana na hizo dams mpate maji. Barabara ya Chuluni, Nzombe, Mwitika 44 kilometers, ndio? Hiyo I want to confirm. Rais ameweka hiyo barabara kama priority. Tumekuwa na matatizo. Mnajua tuliingia na nilisema pale Kasarani watu wakasema mimi ni mjeuri. Lakini mimi niongea ukweli. Atasema sasa huyu deputy president mbona anaongea ukweli mbele ya wageni? Sasa hata wageni si mzuri wajue ukweli. I said hakuna kitu tumekuta. Tumekuta mgonjwa ako ICU. Tulikuta wakina mama hao wazee walikuwa pesa yao wanawekewa 16 months hawapati ile 2,000. Sasa yote tumewalipa. Siku hizi tunawalipa kabla ya tarehe 30. Walimu tumeandika 56,000. Shule sasa zimeanza kuimprove. Pole pole. Pesa ya barabara, makontrakta yote walitoroka kwa sababu hawalipwi. Sasa tumetafuta pesa, tumeanza kuwabebeleza, tunawapatia kidogo warudi. Pole. Hii safari ni mrefu lakini mimi nikiangalia mbele.
Kati ya abaraya banyarakoba bawikirana se omuyega oyo nere omugachi anene kiama gya UDA Josephat Nyakundi oiboigo ole omobunge okitutu chache South oyo nyarakoba gakuboria abamenyi ba enseme yo gosanyarakoba kobasemia bune serikali ya Kenya kwanza nere bwate amachibu anene yemechando ao bagendete koba bagwetera sanyarekoba kuboria ba Kenya subwamo banyarakoba bakoba batoera ruchinga kia serikali yegenete koba kubeka emerobelio yo wikirani chira cha magendro ase chinsemo ao imense ya Kenya.
Tuweze kushirikiana na serikali, tuweze kufanya kazi na rais na naibu wa rais, na mimi nataka kuhakikishia hii serikali ya Kenya kwanza ni serikali ambayo inajali maisha ya Mkenya, na hakuna serikali ingine ambayo itaweza kubadilisha Kenya hii kama si hii serikali ya Kenya kwanza. Kwa hivyo mimi ningetaka kuwashukuru sana. Mimi ningetaka kuwaomba na ningetaka kuwaambia Wakenya, mimi nataka muwe na subra, kwa sababu ile kazi ambayo rais na naibu wa rais wetu yuko hapa siku ya leo anaendelea kufanya, mambo yanaendelea kuwa sawa. Mnaona bei ya unga sasa imerudi chini kutoka 230 mpaka 140. Bei ya fertilizer ilirudi kutoka 7,500 mpaka 2,500. Na vile mambo yanaendelea kuenda, mimi nataka kuhakikishia Wakenya mambo yatakuwa sawa sawa. Mnanielewa? Mambo yatakuwa sawa kwa sababu wamepanga mambo ya elimu, maneno ya JSS, maneno ya CBC, hata pesa ya watoto wetu wa university. Watoto wetu wale ambao wako mafukara kabisa, wazazi wataweza kupata scholarships ili watoto wetu waweze kusoma. Kwa hivyo mimi nawaomba tuweze kuwa na subra, tushirikiane na rais na naibu wa rais, na kwa uhakika mambo yatakuwa sawa.
Umwancho murigereria ni gobono omurai bwense asintundende na inde aigereire omorobelio bobo bwenia gwetera ase kigancha kia NHIF asatebire ni gobono serikali ya Kenya kwanza irengete kwene kibuna kira omo Kenya unyare kobaga kwelika ase omorobelio oyo na gokonya ka chinga kichiria aganeti obobwenia chinga ki agenda kobaga kubatuke ngwana yaje ya bene gochia asobokoreri bwense anene kwetera ase serikali ya Kenya kwanza ni goruto boigo atebire nga serikali buganyare kobeko beke mirobelio na kwene kibuna aba Kenya bali babwate okonyora ogo kemba chikoba bakugwererwa anene kerengo gichibese chikurwa se chimisano wikira chimisato enga kiboigo bali batanyara ko bagwakana nonye ntururu serikali era chikoba ikobeke mirobelio kwene kibuna nyare koba ikubasira gwetera ase okubakanira
ya ambayo tumepitisha hizi sheria 4. Tumesema wale wa Kenya ambao hawawezi kulipa, serikali ya Kenya tutawalipia, kila mtu atakuwa na bima ya afya.
Uko na takwimu ni Wakenya wangapi?
Na wale tayari tuko na wale ambao wako katika programu yetu ya social cash transfer. They are about 2 million. But my estimate is that another 3 million will be in that category. People who cannot afford. Hawa pia watu karibu milioni 5 watapata bima ya afya italipwa na serikali ya Kenya katika mpango mpya. Jameni, na wauliza wa Kenya, hata na wao ni wa Kenya, tuwafikirie. Na wale wako chini pale, karibu wa Kenya wengine karibu milioni 8-9 ambao wanalipa saa hizi shilingi 500, tutawapunguzia shilingi 300 kwa mwezi. Na wale hawana uwezo kabisa tutawalipia. Na jambo lingine la muhimu zaidi, wacha niwaambie, hii ni ya muhimu na Wakenya wasikie. Pesa ya NHIF kwa sasa karibu 50% inabebwa na watu wanafanya kitu inaitwa fake claims. Mumesikia kwa mfano kuna hospitali moja hapa Kino. Mumesikia? Ilikuwa kwa vyombo vya habari. Ati wanafanya operation ya upasuaji kuzidi Kenyatta, Aga Khan na hospitali zingine zote combined. Ni nini wanafanya? Ukora mtupu. Yeah? Wanaenda saa zingine wanatangaza ati kuna medical camp. Lakini ile medical camp sio eti ya ukweli, ni kukusanya wagonjwa. Alafu wanachukua majina ya hao watu, wanakuja wanajaza form ya NHIF, wanawalipia wao. Alafu bila ya wale kujua wanaenda kuclaim pale NHIF. Ndio sababu tumeweka sheria maalum inaitwa Digital Health Bill ama law, ambayo sasa itatusaidia kufunga hiyo mambo yote. Na ndio sababu Sam, nikuambie, ndio unaona wewe Wafula usikize vizuri, ndio unaona wale wamepeleka makesi kotini ndio wawa, kwa sababu hawataki hii sheria. Ndio wanaendesha hii propaganda kubwa, iko shida kubwa sana, Wakenya wapinge hii mambo ya health, kwa sababu wanataka kuendelea kuiba pesa ya wananchi ama ya afya.
Kwa nini usiwafungulia mashtaka, Mheshimiwa Rais?
Wale tayari tumewashawafungulia mashtaka na tayari tutawapeleka kotini, kwa sababu we want to make sure, my friends, wakati unaona kesi iko kotini, imetumwa kotini na watu ambao ni beneficiaries ya the kind of corruption that is going on in NHIF. That is why they don't want us to change the law. That is why they have put together big cases to stop the laws we have changed, because these laws will change and seal the loopholes they've been using to steal our money. And I am very determined, by the way, to stop them. And I will stop them.
Mr. President,
because
yes,
we have dissected the problem properly. And we want a country that leaves nobody behind. That is why we have the Digital Health Bill. We have the Social Health Authority that is going to make sure that we carry everybody along.
Right.
And I am very confident when the court finally sits, they will see the value we have in this bill. I am not a madman.
Right. And Mr. President,
to do things that I know are not good for the country. But also, I am this one person. You know, the problem we've had in Kenya, my dear sister, is that leaders have never wanted to do the right thing. We know what is right, but we want to do what is convenient. We want to do what is politically right. I have decided, as William Ruto, that we have been looking for a guy to bail the cat. I will do it. We have been looking for a person to blame when we do the right thing. I'm ready to carry any blame. Okay. But I must do one thing. I must do what is right, and I must sort out our country. We've been postponing this, you know, and people would rather, and many people ask me, oh, you know, the way you're going, you will not get a second term. You know, let me tell you, I am very clear in my mind. I was not elected to look for a second term. I was elected to get the country out of the mess. I was elected to create jobs. I was elected to implement
Oyino marai bwense ogenda toka kubatoka engwana ya bena nene ase akoneire igoro yobo koreri bwekegancha kia NHF asatabira semia Kenya liko begweta nigobono chinyagitari chinyinge anene chiri chia bantu bene Kenya liko bachigo tumeka bobe ekegancha ekyo asabanya liko baba kubwaterana na akokinia ekerengo kyobokurumi kubwatekana nechibeso nyinge Kenya liko bachigo sokibwa korwa sekegancha ekyo boigo nigatabire ngabali barachiko baba gotoka na mamocho ayo nigo barachiko bakwerwa egetambokero egetindi noroboti gosengwana yayo muraibwense yegenderete ase nyumba yobora ya State House togotsuka mutwe nigobono omo bishop we diocese ya Nyeri Anthony Muheria anyareko baga koboria abarai banyareko bakubwaterana na boigo korigia chinchera bakonyareko bakoganya chita bauti chiabo cheksiasa na gotiga koruterana amangana anene iyo ekoirera okobagana abakenya gagukwana magiga yokora emisa imeye county ya Nyeri ni Anthony Muheria boigo anyareko baga koboria okobwaterana kwa bene anene ase mirengo yonsi eberegati yabo uriyo Kenya Kwanza na Azimio abanyara yabo banyareko bakubwaterana ase kirenga gigoikirania chira cha magendero ucha saba Kenya.
Problems have come, but we in our country have been taken more about pointing fingers. We do not seem to see the problems to try and solve them. The problems we have are common. They are not problems to one section of Kenyans. All of us have problems. And so solutions must also be found together. The Catholic bishops have insisted solutions must be found by sitting together, by listening, by talking, by calling experts in government, out of government, in academia, in people who know and have some solutions. We must learn to sit and talk.
Omo Prime Cabinet Secretary Musare Mudavadi niganyarire koba gagoteba buna ense ya Kenya niganyarire koba gegwesoke na koba somo stali mutwe ase okogayana na koleta okobwatana ase chinse imero gongoro Africa echo chigenda tokoba chigotwara omochando bwe chisegi gokwana ime county ya Kakamega ase omusagerekano bomasabo ime kanisa ya Friends Church kwa kasini goboigo Mudavadi anyarire koba kwegera omorobere bo komenta ebango ochia ase ebinto aimense ya Kenya satabire nigense ya Kenya ere asorogendo anene kubaterana na serikali ya Kenya Kwanza iliyokwerusia asomochando bwa amadeni uyo nyarire ko bagoko yeirania maigata birenga bono ko bwatu ko kwebango ko nikora chiko gosegeta ogotiga gusaba amadeni kuruchisa chisiko iliyo aba Kenya so bwamo nense ya Kenya ko bagwetenera asemeroberio ya magendero.
Sasa ule mzigo ambao tuliingia, sasa serikali yetu haiwezi kasema kwamba natupa ule mzigo mimi siujui. Hapana. Wakati waliweka sahihi walituweka hapo sisi wote. Sasa ni juhudi ya serikali yetu ya Kenya Kwanza kuanza kututoa kwa ile shida ambayo tuliingizwa. Na serikali yoyote katika ulimwengu ina njia mbili pekee ya kupata fedha. Ni kutoza ushuru ama kukopa. Sisi ni wapenda amani. Kwa wakati huu, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya yuko kwa mstari wa mbele kupitia kwa mrengo ama shirika la IGAD kujaribu kuleta utulivu na amani katika taifa la Sudan ambalo limesambaratika na watu karibu milioni 6 wamekosa makao kule ndani na wako na wakimbizi karibu milioni 1.2 ambao wametoroka kutoka kule wameenda katika mataifa tofauti. Na yeye amepata jukumu kulingana na mamlaka yake kujaribu kuleta wale ambao wanahusika na visa ambavyo vinaleta hali ya taharuki kule Sudan waje pamoja utulivu patikane. Anafuatilia mambo kuhusu South Sudan. Amekuwa mstari wa mbele kusukuma kwamba Somalia iingie katika East African Community. Kutoka kwa shida ambazo wamekuwa nazo kwa muda mrefu.
Igoro yomoroberio bwa serikali ya Kenya kwanza gosegeta anene oboteneri bw'ibyombe ao boigo bire bya serikali binyara kwa bigotenerwa amona ebyombe by'abantu bene gosechikambani cy'abantu bene nigo boigo mudabadi anyale ko bakwegerera engwana eyasate bire nigo serikali ya Kenya kwanza kogenda buna lichiko ligoteba sagoteba nigo ere ase ekatiba na boigo nigo ere ase ebunge engana eyo boigo nigate bire anyale ko bagikoira ni maiga eserikali kubatekana nechibesa aigenda tokabage kubwatuka eliogosira ebyombe ebibinyale ko babikwegendereria bona satebire bigobara chiko babikwena no gochia ase oboteneneri bw'abantu bene elinde banyale ko bagokinia na gotingia oboteneneri bw'ebyombe ebyo ao.
Nimepeana example juzi. Watu wanasema serikali ya Kenya inataka kuuza mali na nini na nini. Nataka nirudie. Privatization si kitu kigeni. In fact, Parliament ya Kenya imepitisha sheria ya Privatization Act. It is in law that you can privatize. What we should debate about is whether you have done it in accordance with the law, so that the true value of the process and the outcome is reflecting what Kenyans deserve out of that process. Kwa hivyo tukisema kwamba there is a program ambayo inaweza kuwa ya privatization, watu wanasema mnataka kuuza mali. Hapana. Tunataka turekebishe ili those institutions ziwe
Horogongo rua notice tanase emyakemenge nigoro manyire ase obotugi bwenibo ao ase bono serikali ya Kenya kubwaterana amonense ya Swiss na boigo ekiombe kya igada kanyala ko boigo chakia umoroberio bene bokwena na maigerio na boigo gosira abaremi linde banyala ko bakonyora ligesa aligi ya kubwatekana no botugi bwabo bwechitugo abarai abo bagokwana chingaki omega oyunyara ko bagochaka ni banyala ko bakwenekeria abaremi abo chitugo buna ebyombe bichiko babiko banekeria buna banyale ko bagosira ligesa liabo gati abo kwenekia buna banyale ko bakwenyorera echiro anene gochia ase chitugo chiabo chingaki barabe bagochonia.
Program, the RLP, embracing a regional perspective, acknowledges the interconnections of market dynamics and the migration patterns of pastoralists across borders. Understanding that market systems align with trade routes and trade corridors connecting these nations, the program initially targets 1 camel milk and 4 livestock trade corridors, recognizing the opportunities they hold.
The launch of this program today is very important because the key thing should be how we should shift from that production system, as has been said by Haji Ali, who is a private investor in the livestock sector, to something modern, something different, something that can add value to our animals.
Ayongati yalia mange tuwa kuwaliganire tumwancho morigereria emaragoba yabona singichwe chinga kinebiro tukuganiria obotuko obiyenga kigo chake wiki boigo tukuganiria wiki engio tuwabwatarana komo nigakorwa bigaria nchama literane korwa Josephat Amisi na kuganiria obigerio bya bwemeroberio imegeta seni Ndizi TV.
Ndizi TV, ubwansu bw'umugusii. Ndizi TV, ubwansu